So the scenario we're going to be playing is scenario number 5, incoming. It is going to be no kill box. You get 5 points to win. You get 1 point for dominating your friendly zone, 1 for controlling the enemy zone, 2 for dominating the enemy zone. You can also get 1 for destroying the enemy objective. Alright guys, this is on to the second day of the 2015 Rocky Mountain Cup for the Masters, and I made the top 8, so now here we go. This is not going to be any easy games here. It's all going to be up against great players, and the first one here is going to be up against Dan, also known as the Beard or Mini Wargaming Dan, who totally should make more battle reports. But yeah, he also is bringing Signar to this one here, and he is running his Nemo3. Now, I have faced this before, not with this list, but I believe it was with my Caine2 style. Either it was a Swarm, and yeah, I was able to win in the end, but it was pretty much him killing a bajillion of my guys, me barely trapping him out of the zone, and winning by scenario. And really, to be completely honest, that's probably going to be the goal for this game as well. And the nice thing here is, I mean, like, he's a great, nice guy. And so this could be a really nice, fun game. And you get to see some Signar against Signar. So I get first turn, everything is running up. I put Blur onto the unit to the left, Tough onto Alexi and the Risen. And I also decide to gate crash and get right up there with Caine. Now, I know he has a lot of threat there and a lot of assassination. He wants to put a pod by you and then zap, 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 you're dead. I believe I'm safe, but if I'm not, I'm dead. But I am pretty sure that where I position myself, I will be okay. And at this point here, I'm going to really hopefully keep him back and keep him kind of honest. So he does go for the assassination. The storm wall is going to trample forward, put a pod out, but then he realizes, yeah, all these little press gangers, they're just in the way. And I mean, they're all going to be hitting these press gangers first. And normally you could just be like, oh, I'll kill those guys first, no big deal. But with all the toughs and stuff, it just does not work out. So he does zap me a whole bunch. Turns out kind of funny because, I mean, like, why did I even really bother putting up Blur when everything's going to be bouncing around? Doesn't really matter. However, this is going to be the game of command checks. So the Rangers on the left, they get zapped up a bunch and they fail their command. The press gangers on the left got shot up a bunch, and they're going to fail their command. And I believe I don't take the test yet with the one on the right. I think I did at the start of my next turn here, but I believe, yeah, they also fail their command. Either way, I have a bajillion Risen, and I plan just to go and swarm them. Now, where his storm wall is, in conjunction with that little objective there, I believe it'll be easiest to block him out from the right zone. So that's going to be my plan. Plus, since he more went for the assassination, that means Gorman lived, and so Gorman's going to black oil that thing. So that storm wall, it's awesome that I get to shut it down for a turn. So yeah, those press gangers on the right did fail their command test. However, they get the rally, unlike the left press gangers and the left rangers, which both fail again. So thanks, guys. Otherwise, I have all the Risen out there. They go up to jam. I make them tough. I shoot the one with Gorman so that I can go and blind the storm wall. I had done some shooting into the storm blades, killing off half of them, so that was pretty nice. Otherwise, my rangers on the right are trying to swing around to get to those storm towers, because storm towers, yeah, they're a lot of punishment that can easily be stopped by just putting a model into base to base with them. One Risen tried to get there but didn't quite make the distance. And on that note, one of the things that Dan reminded me of is that by going up here and spreading out my Risen like I did, they're out of formation, which means when I put Tough on them, it was actually not possible. So they're actually not going to have Tough. Mistake on my part. I should have been more careful. What can you do? Yeah, it was just a dumb thing. And, you know, they're still good. There's still models in the way. They just won't be tough. Otherwise, Caine goes over to the right zone there, and I won't score this turn, but if he doesn't get anything into my zone, I'll score next turn. So on his go here, he's going to be going with Operation Kill Things and get in the zone. So on the left, he's going to zap away things. The nice thing with Nemo3 is that normally it's hard to clear things away that are in base to base with you because it electroleaps back into you. But with him, if it's within his control area, it's not going to leap to models that are immune to electricity, so that means that he gets to skip, bounce into his own Storm Blades, and he gets to clear out those Risen. Once that happens, they charge in, do a bunch of damage. The Storm Wall gets his tone to the left zone, so that left zone is like totally locked down. He puts down a pod and he's able to kill Gorman. He tries to kill off Alexia, but doesn't manage to be able to do it. Otherwise, kills some things on the right, and because he doesn't clear out the right zone, I'm going to score 1. So hooray, I scored a point, and I'm going to score another one unless I get out of the zone for some reason. However, you can see him really starting to be down on models. So I am going to have to start... Okay, I know the Rangers can get to the Storm Towers this turn, but I need to reduce the amount of damage being done my way, and so that's going to be really Caine. I think I could feed into the Storm Wall, but it won't be enough, so I'm going to feed into the right Storm Strider to try and keep things, again, away from my zone and just stop all the attacks. Now, of course, this whole game, I would love to be doing magic bullets into Nemo3, but again, Dan is also a Signar player. He knows exactly what I'm planning, and a lot of times he has Arcane Shield on him, making him armor 19, so dice off 7, so probably not going to do anything, and sometimes he's camping as well. This turn I actually caught him with Alexia, where he cast a Chain Lightning that cost him double, but even then, you know, like I said, still armor 19, magic bullets are not going to do the trick. So after my turn, I get my Risen back, I make them tough, I make sure they're all in command this time, and then otherwise I make sure to kill off all of the Storm Blades on the left side. I didn't mention it, but I made sure that right away on turn 2, I killed off all those Storm Callers to stop all, you know, triangulation and all that stuff. Otherwise, Rangers are all over the Storm Towers, also engaging Reinhold to try and keep him away. I also made a Thrall back there to try and go after Nemo, but no dice, didn't really work. Caine popped feet, destroyed the Storm Strider. I could have also been in a way too where I could have gone after the objective, but honestly that objective is helping me. It's just kind of like getting in his way. So otherwise things just space out to try and make sure that he can't trample towards me. Caine gate crashes away, and I score my second point. So looking pretty good there, putting on the pressure. So on his turn, he tries to find a way to trample the Storm Wall into my zone, because if he does that, he really does shut down scenario. I can get desperate, I can try and go after the left Storm Strider and try and do all these things, but it would be making things very, very difficult and putting me in a very hard spot, especially if he puts the Arcane Shield onto that Storm Strider. But unfortunately, he's not able to kill enough, plus he was kind of planning to try and kill Alexia, but kind of got really unlucky. I mean, he forgot to turn the Storm Wall to face her before, and I mean, honestly, if he would have asked, I would have let him, but it's like, you know what, this is top tables, let's do it right. So, I mean, he's the one who decided to leave the way it was. Boosting an attack on Alexia, misses, which was pretty lucky for me. Or maybe he hit and then I just tapped. No, he must have missed that one, because then he bought an attack and missed. At some point he must have zapped me or something, because I end up toughing with her and just staying there. I probably got zapped from the left Storm Strider or something. But yeah, otherwise nothing got to my zone. So I'm going to be scoring another one. Oh, sorry, I don't score another one because he still got the pod in there. So never mind, he can test my zone. He has a pod in there. But at this point here, it's like, okay, I can destroy the pod, go up to 3. I can destroy his objective and go up to 4, but I still have to make sure I can get to 5. So interestingly, I'm going to leave his objective alone so that I can be trapping in the Storm Wall, and then the Sentinel is going to be getting up there again the way as well. So after this turn, I basically do just that. I make sure to make a Thrall. By the way, last turn he tried moving Reinhold to get another shot. He died to a free strike, so that was pretty awesome for me. This time, a Thrall made back there was able to kill Junior, so no more Arcane Shield. That's great. Otherwise, yeah, I'm able to... I think I even kill off Finch as well this turn, just sneaking around and shooting her behind the Storm Strider on the left. One of the things I did, though, is that because I did the combined shot with the gun mages, it actually made an AoE, which then hit the Storm Strider and gave it a power token. So that's not really was my plan, but otherwise the Sentinel is up there to make it so that he has no straight line to trample into the zone. So that's going to make things tough for him. I'm going to score again, go to 3. I'm staying back there camping and just slowly chewing away like at the storm towers too. So on his turn here, what he really needs to do is kill off enough models so that he can get the storm wall into the zone and then also kill off the Sentinel to get him in the way. Now, luckily for him, he got that power token on the Storm Strider, so he can try and do that. The biggest thing that happened here, though, guys, is that on his first shot onto the Sentinel, he missed. So that could have been a whole bunch of damage that didn't happen. In the end, he was not able to kill the Sentinel. I mean, he was able to kill Alexia and some other stuff, but he was not able to trample into the zone there on the right. He does put a pod in there to stop me from, you know, getting anything for another point here, but now all I have to do is destroy the objective, destroy the pod, and I get a win. And that's really what happens here. I come up here, and I mean, it's not even like a long drawn out thing. It's like, no, my dice just go fire, and bang, 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 that thing dies. It's like, okay, score 2, game over. So, whew, the 2 games I've had like this so far against Dan have been pretty much the same. I rush him, he slaughters me, and then I barely squeak out a scenario win. So I'm really happy for this one. I mean, not only did I get the win, but it was a really great game. That was nice and close. We were talking about how, I mean, this was almost a perfect scenario to stop him because of that objective being in the way. And yeah, it just, everything kind of worked out for me. So really great. I'm moving on now to the top 4, and we'll see what happens there. So catch you there. Bye, guys.